In the red pill,
Yeah.
we talk about a high value man. And then we talk about the aspects or traits that a woman wants in a man. Oh, high income, six pack,
Six, six,
6 foot
six.
tall. Doesn't that superficially represent a leader?
It certainly does from the evolutionary biology standpoint, the
Sure.
external characteristics of a leader. Yes.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that the man she chooses is a leader. But superficially, yeah, those aspects represent the ideal of the stature of a leader.
Sure. And, why did they go after? Well, I'll talk about that in the Bible later. But there was a certain guy who was chosen leader. He's a big guy. He's ultimately a failed leader, though.
Oh, you mean you can not be a leader and still have all the physical markings of a leader?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, just to drive the point home in summary, just because a man has the physical characteristics of a leader does not mean he is. And it is a mistake that we were talking about heuristics last week. It's a mistake that our biological heuristics push us to make.
It's almost like it's like the on a certain political party in Germany, right? You're expecting to have all these biological markers, and that's automatically going to make you the most supreme being out there. They followed a certain philosophy, which we're going to talk about Monday.
Yes, we are going to talk about that on Monday. You're looking forward to Monday. I can tell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't automatically make you a leader. I'm sorry, Jim Bros, Red Pill Jim Bros. I'm not saying working out's bad. I'm not saying being a tall guy's bad, but that doesn't automatically make you like the apex man, the Ubermensch, or anything like that. So,
well, it's as a fun little note on the Red Pill side. I had a conversation back when I had just joined the streaming side of this community, and I pointed out, look, if I put a 5.56 through the base of your medulla oblongata, you're still dead instantly. I don't care how strong you are. Okay. It's like somebody, it's like you got your strings cut like a marionette, like.
Yep. Done.
And I don't need to be strong to do that. I do need to be trained a little bit to do that, but women can do that. I've watched my wife do it to paper.
Isn't there something I remember someplace statistics about the guys who become SEALs?
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
not typically 6 foot tall. They're not built like
5'10".
a brick shithouse. They're 5'10", and they're
wiry,
skinny, wiry. Yeah, a lot of muscle, but not the physique. They got the mental strength, and yeah, they're probably more agile, and they still have enough strength to get it done. But it's not the Ubermensch.
I was listening to an interview. It was Sean Ryan talking to another Navy SEAL. He's talking about going through BUDS, which is the SEAL selection program. And he said, "Oh yeah, the big guys, they don't usually make it through about 4 weeks. They don't usually, Hell Week is what they call it. They don't make it. Very rarely do they make it through Hell Week. We don't want them. Ask yourself this: the most apex predator in the world, SEAL Team 6, doesn't want muscle-bound gym bros. Now, why might that be?" And he actually gave the reason. He said it's very simple. The muscle-bound gym bros think that they're just going to muscle their way through this. Hell Week is first and foremost a mental exercise.
Yeah.
So And what is leadership? First and foremost.
Mental fortitude. Well, there's other things. It's being able to go first when you can conduct or lead. I have something in a book, Robert Lee's book on leadership. Well, I'll quote it later by the author, but he gives the fundamentals of leadership. These things, 4 things: courage, intelligence, perseverance, and responsibility. Courage, intelligence, perseverance, and responsibility. There, I gave it away. There you go.
But Nick, you didn't say raw strength. Come on, dude. You got to fix this.
I guess Napoleon was a bad leader, you know. He was a terrible general, you know. Any other short dudes in history that were generals that we can think? I'm sure there's plenty out there, right?
Some of them we don't really know how tall they were.
Right.
I'm thinking Alexander the Great, but I don't know if anybody knows how tall he was.
Franco apparently was short, I guess. Huh.
Oh,
Um,
I looked it up. The AI says that we don't know, but Alexander the Great's height was estimated to be around 5'6" to 5'7".
Oh.
Dude was short. It was a short stack, and he only conquered the known world at the time.
Well,
Oh man, I
that
guess
was
there's
great.
hope for Ryan Stone after all, you know.
Yeah, there you go,
the joke
Ryan.
between
There you
him and
go.
Andrew Tate.
You know, people were shorter back then,
That's true,
and
but 5'6"
you
was
know, the
short for
Southern
Europe.
Europe. Yeah, but he was in Southern Europe, right? Was he Greek? Al- Albania? I don't know. Where did he come from?
Yes, Macedonian.
Macedonia. Okay. Yeah, one of those down south places. But yeah, you know, men down there are not known for their height, not like the Dutch. So, you know, might have been below average, but it wasn't super short compared to other men of that time.
That's true enough. I just
So guys,
so what do you got for us on leaders? Aside from physicality, ain't
I
it?
said fundamentals of leadership: courage, intelligence, perseverance, and responsibility. But yeah, strength is not there. Not that that's a bad thing to have. Height is not there. Intelligence. Oh, wasn't there a guy that had this book? There's like the Iliad and the Odyssey, and
Oh, Homer?
oh, yeah. Who is the protagonist there?
Odysseus.
Yeah, and he was a leader. What traits did he resemble?
Well, all of the ones you listed. I'm thinking about the how he approached the. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. How he approached the sirens, because the problem that he faced was he had to get past the sirens, and they, of course, if anybody heard, they would immediately, or heard or saw them, you know, that they would immediately go towards them, and they couldn't help themselves. So he takes all of his men and he blinds them, all, you know, his rowers and stuff, and
Didn't plug their ears or something?
yeah, and he plugged their ears, and so then he lashes himself to the top of his mast, so that he can see, but he can't do anything to change the direction of the ship as they go past. That is fortitude and intelligence, to be able to think that problem through, come up with a solution, and then gut it out when you've got, you know, theoretically the most beautiful women on the planet singing songs to you.